Hey everyone, and welcome back. When you see this view, you know it's going to be a good day because we're going to be working on old Pickle the Bus. Right, Maggie? And I can tell you're excited. But before we get going on that, I wanted to show you a couple of other things I've been working on. Up until a couple of weeks ago, my only art show for the year, the only one that had managed to not cancel, was still to go. So I was still making product. And then that one also got canceled. So I wanted to show you a couple of things I've been working on with that. I bought a plasma cutter about a year ago, and I've just been kind of tinkering. In the last couple months, I've decided that it's a pretty good pencil. So I have been using it to do art. And it's supposed to be a sequoia. It's kind of hard to see. Can't get it all in a shot. It's supposed to be a sequoia tree with a woman standing below it. And then I did a couple more. A couple other ones here. Let's see if I can get this one. Here's this one. Guy fishing in the boat. Let me hold it up to the sky. Maybe you can see it a little better. Kind of fun. And then the first one I cut, the first saw I cut, over here, let me grab that. If you follow my Instagram, I posted it on there. This is the first one I did. I'd done a couple shovels up into this one, but try to hold that one up in the light maybe. They're just wide enough, or long enough. It's hard to get the whole thing. Kind of fun. He's got a little fisherman's creel made out of copper, and I hammered a little weave into it to kind of make it look like a basket weave, and then a piece of copper line. I thought that color was nice. I boo-booed though. I got my my plasma cutter got caught, and when I went to move it, I cut the fish off, so I had to weld the fish back on. But I liked this one because I left the saw teeth up on the tree side, so it made the leaves. Anyway, I'll put a couple of things at the end of some of that stuff going on. If you choose to watch it, fine. If you don't, that's fine. But that way we can squeak some art in, because I got you here for Pickle and we managed to squeak some art in on the side. So where we left off the last time was pulling off these patches that were on this section here. It's pretty gnarly under there, but pretty much what I expected to see. I need to brace up my bracing a little bit better. I've got a brace right here and a brace right there. So we just need to kind of reinforce the welds on those and make sure it's going to be good to hold us just temporarily. And then I do want to cut out this piece here. I do realize these are unibody. I understand that. It's pretty obvious, the construction, when you're looking at it from the bottom side. However, this bus is not much of the unibody left, you know, so I can't trust any of that to be holding me. So I am going to probably, gotta think on this just a second here, put a piece from here to take the place of that one I'm gonna cut out. The steel here is good. It's, I mean, good, again, a relative term, but I'm planning to leave that for now, because it's a strong piece that we can go ahead and work with. So we're gonna go ahead and leave it. I cannot talk today. Let me go get the plasma cutter, bring it out here, and we'll start working on that and get a piece cut for this to act as a brace so that we don't have the whole frame kind of wanting to collapse in on itself. I measured and it's pretty good right now. It's off very little. So we don't want it to flex anymore. If we can prevent it, we're going to do that. So the person that welded before did a poor job of being pretty when it comes to looking at it, but it is dead on the money when it comes to being in alignment. So I give them a thumbs up and kudos to them for that. So let me go get things set up for us. And we'll start working on this section right here. One of the things I mentioned in the last video, wired the carport. I started about 9 o'clock in the morning by myself. And then my dad came over about 2 in the afternoon, and we knocked it out in a day. But it was dark by the time we got done. Just a lot. It was just a lot. We had to had to bury it coming from the house. 20 right here because I figured anything I'm working on is probably going to be in this portion of the carport, and that's kind of centrally located. And then I put 16 outlets, and then the box comes in right over there by the engine stand. I don't know if you can see it or not. But it's really nice. We got lights, 6 sets, or 6 of those LEDs in the main bay, and then 2 back here. And then that one is a Bluetooth speaker. So we can have tunes while we're working. Let me go drag out what we need out here, and we're going to get going on this. Just kind of wanted to show real quick. I built into the rain gutter, I dropped in some round bar that's welded to this brace bar for the rotisserie. So this piece here, to kind of keep it if it wants to kick back from kicking back. I've got one up there too. I don't know if you can see that or not. Kind of blends into the roof, but hopefully if the whole bus wants to do this, those two will keep it from doing that. That was the idea behind it anyway. And you know, I may cut this and the whole thing just collapses. I don't think it will, but we'll see. We're gonna find out. Alright, got the piece here hammered in, the spacer to just keep those gapped properly. And then I've gone and welded a little bit better these 2 pieces just right on the corner, the bracing and back on the sides a little bit, so if it does want to rip away, it's going to have to work at it. And I'm going to set you up somewhere where hopefully you can see when we get kind of cutting on that, because if it goes kabang, I definitely don't want to miss that on film. And we're going to cut that chunk of frame out. I hated to kind of destroy original paint over here, but you know, sacrifices must be made. Let's do it. Hopefully I don't damage the camera if I keep you that close, and I hope you have a decent enough view you can kind of see what's going on. I want to cut out, I think I'm going to cut out that bottom, can't see me, bottom support piece down there first, and kind of see if we have any movement there. If we don't have any movement there, we'll go for it. I think it was more just the flex in that piece that was there, because the bus didn't drop itself. Alright, that didn't go so bad, eh? I think I'm going to, let's start on this end and we'll work our way up. Okay, got your helmet?
No! No!
What's up? Come on over, pal. You want me to play with you? Alright, why don't you come around to the other side just for a minute? Bring you over there and you can take a look up inside. pretty bad. That's why we're taking care of it though. It's not moving much, which is good. You can feel it kind of flex and pop when the metal lets go. You can feel the vibration of it, but it's not moving, which is good. Yeah, let's carry on. I don't know if you're back where you were or not, but you're close. I'm just gonna keep peeling away. I'll fast forward you. Got a double thickness there. I don't know if I'm through it or not. Acorn, anyone? Get a hammer. We're gonna ping around on that a little bit. I've already done so, but I want to do it by looking on the inside, see if we've got any rust or crap falling down on the inside from it. All looks really good in there. I'm gonna go ahead and clear this back a little bit more just to get rid. It's kind of punky right here. Get rid of that, and then I think we're in pretty good shape there. Closer to my reel line. I'll go in and clean up all of that later. Just getting the garbage out right now. How I want to go about that. I'm going to take it off here. That's probably our best bet. I have to go get a hammer. Be right back. A big hammer. This piece here should be mostly loose. I think it's welded on the back side where that U-channel is, but we'll see what we can get here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get back there. The frame is cut here, but it's welded to that U-channel, so I can't break that piece out yet. So let me just start whittling away so we can get that completely out of there. I'll bring you back here in a second. Yeah, we're just taking it out of here, little rusty bits at a time. The problem is it's welded inside, and then they put the patch over that, so try to stay out of your way. It's hot. How hot? Yeah, I can touch it. So they've welded inside the patch, so when I cut the one piece off, I can't get to that inner weld to cut it, so I'm just having to peel it back a little bit at a time. It's getting there. I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece here all the way off at the bottom. Just get rid of it, get it out of our way. We don't need it. It's not holding anything. The frame's completely cut free, and it didn't go kabang. I don't think it even moved. We felt it pop. I don't know if we can feel that on camera. I'll know here in a little bit when I look at the footage, but I don't think it moved. So we've done weld bracing so far. Thanks for your help. So this is a double layer box on this bus. This is a one bus only. They only did this on one bus. That's a joke. Alright, let me finish up here and I'll bring you back. We got this all cleaned up. Save my little acorn here. Aw, gotta make something with that, right? It's in perfect shape. Just pulling the pressure away from that actually straightened this turn out a little bit. Just cutting away the junk that was there allowed that to kind of tip up just a little bit. So that's good. But I'll probably go ahead and cut that right there. I'm leaving it right now to make the shape of it until I've got that kind of made. I don't want to cut it out. But that's good having that out of there and not having the bus go kabang. I like it. So now the fun work begins. Now the stuff that I like doing, which is fabbing up the pieces and making. It's kind of an art, dangerously close to art, I guess, without being real art. But it's just kind of fun making the shape, making the pattern, and figuring out how to transfer that to the metal. It's the part I really enjoy. So I'll bring you back when we're to that stage. Yeah, it's a couple days later, and the real job kind of gets in the way of fun sometimes. And we're to the point where I've got most of that cut out. I'm ready to start making that piece. I do keep all of the pieces that I cut because then I can go kind of piece them back in before I get ready to make my piece and kind of see what I need to make, what the edge looks like, although this one's pretty banged up. But the original metal and the original curve is still there. Plus I have the other side to look at. But I want to make sure when I build my piece it kind of matches what was originally there. So I keep all that just kind of in a pile back here. And then when I need it, I need to piece it in and see what I'm doing, I can do that. So I'll spend some time cleaning this up. I'll bring you back and we'll take a look at it. And the next time we'll be fabbing up that piece. The next time you see this project, we'll be having to work on this chunk right here. I did want to give credit, however, where credit is due because I failed to do so earlier. So come on a walk with me here. And I was talking about the electric we just put in out here. But I failed to mention the largest part of the job was coming in from the house, down the side of the house, down the carport length, and then all the way back to the electrical box, which is right there. That all had to be dug up and put in conduit. I didn't dig a single bit of that. Aaron did all of it, so thanks, dear. You did all of the hard work. And this little trailer here will be coming up on the channel pretty soon. It's dirty. It's been sitting outside, but it is the cutest little camper you have ever seen. I'll put a picture right here. You can take a look at what it looks like popped open. But a friend of mine bought it, and it is just, it's adorable. It's super cute. And the tongue weight on it's about 10 pounds. So you'll be seeing more of that one coming soon. I bought 2 of those trailers at the same time. I haven't done the other one yet, but pretty cute. Perfect for any Volkswagen you might want to pull it with. Alright, let's get this cleaned up. So I said I was going to clean that up and bring you back, but before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and spray these bolts on this bumper bracket. I want to get that off because our next plan of attack after this piece here is fixed, we're going to start here. I think I mentioned in one of the other videos, I'm trying to lean back so you can get a view, we're going to work from the back side of the bus up to where the rotisserie is hooked up, and then work from here back so that the whole frame on both sides is strong except for the points where it bolts up, and then we'll dive into how we're gonna attack those areas. So this side is the better side as far as the beam hookup is concerned. The other side's really bad. But here we're not in terrible shape. Just got this one little hole here to kind of fix. I'm sure once we bang around on that with a hammer up front, we'll see a few other places. But I'm going to go ahead and treat those, and we'll try and get that off today too if we can. Might need a little heat, you think? Oh man, I love it. Well, I think our hopes of getting those off of there today are pretty much dashed by just looking at it. I did kind of attempt to get the bolts loosened, but we're going to let them soak another day or two. It has a square nuts on the back, so it just makes it hard, and there's no absolutely zero room to work to get anything in there to wrench on it. So we'll have to work probably from this side, and I'll probably end up torching those off of there. Not a problem. Would like to not do that if I don't have to. Probably what's going to happen, we pull this bracket off, and that whole piece of frame is just going to rip off of there. But we've got this area, or I've got this area all cleaned up. I say we because it's like you're here with me. But I think we're in pretty good shape there. I may not leave this little tab here. I'm going to leave it for now so I can get the shape right, the angle right up here. And I did go ahead and leave the original metal on the back side. Again, may change my mind on that. And some of it up in there has to be, can't really see up in there, but some of it has to be cut out up a little further. But that piece right there is okay. And the good thing is this width here is still our 4 inches. We haven't widened yet. So we should be able to make that out of our 2x4 steel that we have. So we're still working out of our $40 piece or whatever it was. I quoted in one of the other videos. Still working out of that. So we haven't used nearly half of it up. So we got plenty left to cut this. So I can even boo-boo a time or two if I need to. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave you with some plasma cut art. And I will catch you on the next one. I appreciate each and every one of you being here. And next time we'll be fabbing up that piece of framing. Thanks, everybody. See you on the next one. Tell us what happened.
Mama cut the piece of brace out.
Piece of brace or piece of frame?
Mama, you're no butts, no cuts, no coconuts.
Dalton, you are silly. That's what you are. Lean back and take a seat.
Ooh.
I've got what is going to be likely the only show of 2020 art show wise coming up in just a few weeks. And I'm trying to plasma cut a few shovels, kind of see what kind of damage I can do. Hey, Maggie. So I've kind of got a tree cut out here, and where I have kind of gone in and scribbled is the part I'm going to cut out. So this is the grass down here, the tree trunk going up, and then a few branches coming out. Let's kind of see what kind of damage I can do. The shovel's green. It is not all that old, so if I mess this one up, it's not a big deal. I think I paid $5 for it. I like to get them as cheap as I possibly can at auctions and garage sales and whatnot, because I'm just going to cut them up. But I've got a couple of other kind of neat shape ones down here, so I want to kind of practice on that one first, since I have those other two. So let's turn the plasma cutter on and see what we can make out of this. Maybe nothing, but we're going to try. Well, this is what I come up with before I've kind of finished it off. So we need to throw some boiled linseed oil on it. I think it's probably got enough cuts to make it kind of look like a tree, though. We'll see when we get it oiled up how it looks. And then I'm going to throw one more thing in there. I think that'll really bring it up. So let me get that oiled up. Trying to turn it so the light will shine through. I made some cuts up top there. Kind of just make it look like there's leaves. Might need a few more of those, but let's see what it looks like. Get some oil on it. Yeah, here's after it's all oiled and I've added my little feature on there. I don't know if I want to go with wire on that or let it move. Just use like a jute thin string to make it kind of look like rope, hopefully. I don't know, I always kind of ask the 5-year-old, what is this? And if they can guess, then we know we nailed it. Usually, anyway. So, that's kind of cool. The tree is not great. First time doing a tree, so we'll work on that. The flowers were kind of hard to do. So, I'm getting better, though. Just takes practice. Kind of fun. There's a little more green in there too than I would like, so I may have to go and kind of take some of that off. It's a little too suggestive, but Kind of like the little tire swing. Don't tell the little man I stole one of his tires. Alright, I'm going to try my hand at a little more complicated design. I'm not real good at uniformity. And I got to make these two sides as close as I possibly can to make this work. So I wish it was a little bit wider of a shovel so I could go ahead and use the point. When I tried to sketch it up that high, it kind of distorted the shape a little bit. So I'm going to try and include the tip down here maybe a little bit. But see, down here I'm going to have to cut through both thicknesses. So that'll be a bit of a challenge, but I think we can pull it off. I love the irregularities that a plasma cutter creates, but I'll probably go back and kind of sand or flapper disc some of those. I think I gotta take some of that bulb off of the end of that antenna, but coming along. Not too bad. This part wasn't as bad to cut as I thought it was gonna be, so I will carry on. Bring you back. Yeah, there's kind of how that one turned out. We've lost our daylight. Not too bad. Not perfect. He's kind of cute though, isn't he? Yeah. That'll do. That will do.